Hey, happy OONSDAY everyone. It's me, I'm still here. I'm still alive. It's been about 14 days since I was told I needed to stop all feeding with the raccoons. I haven't been in this woods in a while for a combination of reasons. I did stop full speed with both the woods and the backyard. I know a lot of you were egging me on to continue in the woods secretly. I did not. So I told you I'd always be upfront with you guys. That did not occur. I figured I didn't want to tease these guys along the way. They're smart. They know if they're going to get it here, they're also going to come to the yard when I'm not here and seek me out. I've noticed a dramatic difference. Raccoons are not showing up on our property. In fact, we're hardly getting any animals on our property because I told you I also pulled down the bird feeders that were attracting the squirrels and the chipmunks, and until my neighbors are over the hump of being angry and not wanting to call the authorities on us again, I'm not going to risk that $5,000 a day fine. So I am playing it by the rules, and it's been a killer. The first week was obviously the toughest. Moira would show up, little Napoleon would show up, Cutie Monster would show up, and they would give me the really sad face, and that was just pure torture. My method for dealing with those situations was to close all my curtains, because Moira would just sit on her throne and stare a hole at me and watch us move around in the kitchen and the dining room. And she would just wait and wait and waiting for what she knew was always the case, which was a nice little handout for me. And Moira and I go back to the year 2016. And it was very painful that first week saying no to her and shutting those curtains on her. But that was the only way really to get her to move on and go back to her natural way of feeding. You know, Moira was never ultra consistent. She wasn't an every night in my patio raccoon. So there were many nights where she didn't need my handout and she was just fine on her own. So I know Moira's going to be okay. I finally saw one of her babies peeking out the window one night at the bird bath. Otherwise, I'm not really seeing them, but I also was out of town recently. I had to go out to California. My sister and I are dealing with my mom, who had a major stroke this year, and we're transitioning her back home. And so we've been dealing with that on airplanes. Very stressful. Well, let's take a look at the old feeding station. I'm curious if anyone's going to come down and visit me. You know, out of all of them, I'm real nervous about Cutie Monster seeing me. Her and I formed a tight bond when she was a real tiny baby. The bowls are still here. This one's been tipped over. And Cutie, if I don't give her what she wants, on a couple occasions has grabbed my sleeve or grabbed my pant leg, and she's pulled me, saying, "Come on, buddy, uphold your end of the bargain here." And because I can't uphold my end of the bargain, I really don't want to bump into her and have her feel so tortured. And for me, I'm tortured because I want to see her in the worst way. I want to see her 5 babies in the worst way and know they're okay. So I'm going to just meander about, see if I see anything different with the trees. I see things really dug up here, like they've been going to town on these logs, probably looking for grubs and insects. So their instinctual skills are probably coming to the surface more than before, because they're not getting that dog food, they're not getting cookies, they're not getting peanuts, they're getting nothing from me. I don't know if anyone else in the neighborhood or in the surrounding area encountered these raccoons and felt sorry for them and decided to take over my job. Couldn't tell you. Well, I see a baby at the old hangout, and baby recognizes me and my voice. So I'm guessing this is one of Cutie Monster's. And goodness, it's been 14 days. Hi there, little guy. You know I can't help you out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, little guy. I really am. Is your mama coming with the other one soon? This has to be Cutie Monsters. I think the baby came from that direction, so probably that tree there. Yeah, this is still confusing for the two of us, I know. You look like you're nice and chunky. You look like you're nice and healthy. I know, I'm so sorry. I really am. Yeah, I would snort at me too. It's not fair. None of this is fair for either of us. I'm sorry. I hope you guys never have to go through this. It is not nice. It's very unpleasant. Picture your dog or your cat coming up to you and you gotta say no. That might be a bit of a stretch because this was just a 1 to 2 hour a day thing. But I did form very, very deep bonds with these animals. And what's sad is I was hoping to form a multi-year relationship with this little guy and his brothers and sisters, and I won't be able to. Without food, there's really no reason for them to want anything to do with me. Well, I got a lot of stories from you guys on similar situations with complaining neighbors. Some stories had much worse endings than mine that involved raccoons being trapped and relocated, and some have suspected their neighbors have dispatched of raccoons. And I think I see a Cutie Monster coming in the distance, and she's going to be ticked off with me. And after I leave, she knows where I live. She's going to go ring my doorbell. Well, let's see how many babies she has. I gotta let her know I can't do this anymore. Hi, Cutie Monster. Hi, Cutie Monster. Oh, goodness, honey. I haven't seen her in days. I see more babies running this way. Do you still have all 5 babies? Are you going to be pissed at me now? You look like you lost a little weight, honey. Please don't lash out on me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honey. I am. Is that your little baby Johnny number 5? Well, we got 1, 2, 3. I'm real afraid Cutie Monster's gonna start pulling on me here. But she's had 14 days without me helping. So, but they have strong memories. And there's a baby feels like it's gonna be climbing up my back real soon. Yeah, sweetie. I know. You know what pockets mean. Yeah, honey. You've been teaching these babies how to live in the wild? There she goes. She has to be so confused. So, see the size of her babies? Even before they were that big, Cutie and I were forming a bond with her brothers and her sister. Yeah, she's panting. It's a little hot out here. It's 89 degrees, pretty humid. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know where the other 2 are. Oh, I see one coming in the distance. That will be 4. Someone's about to climb up my back here. Yeah, it's me. It's me. You guys been eating acorns? Look at that little baby out there. Come on. Might as well come say hi. Can't do nothing. This is just, it's wonderful and it's horrible all at the same time, if that makes any sense. Hi there, little guy. You remember me? Am I your uncle? So Cutie's looking a little thinner to me. I'm guessing that's lack of cookies. But the fact they've gone 2 weeks without me tells me they can go another 2 weeks without me. You know, I'm getting similar with the chipmunks and the squirrels. I'll sit outside with my coffee in the morning and they come up to my feet and they're looking at me and they're like, something doesn't seem right. Usually there's a bag of peanuts next to you, and usually we're having so much fun taking your little gifts and we're burying them all over the yard. The blue jays are hardly showing up. The squirrels are hardly showing up. My wife said she saw moon pie yesterday. I know, honey, I know. I know. Well, she hasn't grabbed on me yet. Oh, kids. I can't. I got nothing with me. Yep. I know, cutie. I know. You are reaching all over me. Cutie, say hi to everyone back home. Say hi to the audience, honey. They all are worried about you and your babies. And I'm glad I came in here to give you guys an update. Don't know where number 5 is. Let's just all assume number 5 is still around and sleeping up in the tree hollow. So, that's something. I mean, 14 days without any assistance from me. They're managing. There's lots of acorns in here. There's little beech nuts. There's these little things. I forget if that's from a dogwood that falls. There's hickory nuts. There's grubs. There's bugs. There's worms. Right? You're eating your natural diet. But for those of you who can keep on doing what you do with your raccoon friends, please do it in moderation. Please be safe. Please keep in contact with your neighbors and make sure everyone's on the same page and your neighbors aren't going to lash out and do something horrible to them if they don't like their presence. I could have done things smarter from the beginning. I think I didn't hold true to my motto of moderation. I got a little crazy putting way too much out at too many times a day, so they were showing up during the day and showing up all day and too great a numbers coming that it just got everyone's attention. But these kids are picking in the dirt. They're cleaning each other right now. Look at Cutie Monster and the babies. Just wonderful. I'm glad she's still comfortable around me, and I'm glad she's not nipping on me, scolding me. So she's cleaning her babies right now. You want to clean me too? Am I your baby? Oh, you gave me a little nibble. She did. She gave me a little nibble right there. That one did too. Yeah, I know. You're a little ticked off, I bet. Okay. Okay, honey. I am so sorry. And I don't know. I think I'll come in here every now and then and check on you, but you're not going to get nothing, okay? Don't you grab on my ankle. Don't grab on my ankle. I'm not giving in. I'm not going to the grocery store and breaking the law for $5,000. You know how to take care of yourself, and that's what you're going to do. It's got to be that way. Yeah, she gave me a couple light little grabs on the skin going, come on. All right, kids, follow your mama. Oh, this sucks. So I'm watching Cutie right now. She's eating an acorn. She just picked up an acorn and she is chewing on it, and she's showing her babies. Her babies went and reached in the holes where I used to hide things. And have you guys ever tried an acorn? I have. It is bitter and it is nasty. And I know that they wish right now they had some nice peanuts. It's such a pleasant taste compared to an acorn. Oh, I wish I had more adult trees in my yard with different nuts. Hickory nuts, acorns, hazelnuts. I don't have any of that. I planted some berry bushes and some grapevines. That's about all I've had time to do this year. And but those mulberry trees did good with the animals this year. Then again, I still wonder if my neighbors would complain if animals came to eat naturally out of my yard. I have no idea. I did go and speak with my neighbors one more time. You're gonna nip me, I know you are. You're pissed off. I don't blame you. This is all I have to offer you, is a stick. And that's horrible. See? I can't give you nothing. What about these little berries? Those aren't berries, these little dogwood nuts. Do you eat those? No. What is this? That's a part of an acorn. Mama, you still got your natural skills. You gotta train these kids. Train these kids what to eat. Yeah, I spoke with my neighbors one more time just to see if there's been any damage, any disturbance to their yards or their bird feeders or their property, and it sounds like everything's going good. I was real concerned about that. And I did make recommendations to them. There are sprays with like eucalyptus oils and spearmint and pepper, these natural sprays you can spray by items that might show activity. But it seems to me that they're all transitioning to the woods good. There, see, she's going at an acorn right there. So yeah, there are a lot of oak trees in here that put down a lot of acorns. Oh, cutie. That one doesn't even look ready yet. Oh, this hurts. I wish I could give them something. Looks like the babies are nibbling on things. I know, Mama. I know, Mama. I know, Mama. It's not fair. None of this is fair. I didn't write the laws. I'll be honest with you guys. I think now more than ever, with the state of our planet, physical contact with wild animals is only one of the few ways you form a connection with nature enough to really want to care. I mean, go to some museums and zoos now. They have petting areas with stingfish and with sturgeon. They have rooms with butterflies flying around. They want you to have that actual physical connection. They'll bring out giant cockroaches to crawl on you. They'll bring out a spider for you to touch. They'll bring out a hawk to go on your arm, because they know that physical contact is what makes people care, especially if you get them when you're young. Little kids, that could have a real profound effect on a kid where they'll care for life. Oh, look at the babies being silly. Maybe we'll get to see Cutie and the babies roll around and wrestle. I hope they forgive me. So yeah, I've never had a bad incident with a raccoon, and you guys filled out the survey. You guys haven't had real bad incidences with raccoons. You can't talk about personal injury unless you're a rehabilitator that's dealing with a wild one that's hurt. Yeah, you're going to get some little nips and bites, and that's them just being defensive. But otherwise, the ones that know to come to our yards and take food from us gently, they are a perfect 10 of an animal, and all of you rated them as a 10. And this is what upsets me, is the individuals writing these laws have never had an encounter with a raccoon once in their life, probably. They're clueless to how nice this transaction is and how meaningful these friendships can be and the depth it adds to your life. I feel like I have a giant hole in my life right now. I don't know what to do with myself. I've had these family matters that have kept me distracted. But otherwise, I don't know what to do with my evenings. I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs and going over old footage and thinking what to do with it is a bit of torture. It makes me emotional. When you dedicate as many hours to animals as I have, and then to have it all torn away, trust me, you'd be hurting too. Oh, cutie monster. Cutie, 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 cutie. Kids, kids, kids. Oh, little whimper from that one. I know. I know, this used to be loaded with the good stuff. It used to be. It used to be. You're a nervous little one. It looks like you could use some extra calories too. That one's a little tender, little thin. You too. You could use some extra calories. Well, you're young enough to learn the right way to survive out here now. Mama's going to show you how it's done. You've gone 2 weeks without it. You can keep on going. You can do it. You can do it, little guy. I have faith in you guys as a species. You're so smart. You know how to adapt to very difficult situations. Well, Mama's heading off with her babies now. And, well, this is my update. I have no idea what I'm going to do going forward. I'm going to stay in compliance with the law, that much I can tell you. It hurts. Maybe I'll come in every now and then and continue to say hi to them. I think eventually, knowing that there's no reciprocation on my end from their friendliness with a nice little treat, that they'll probably just say, oh, there's no need to walk up to him anymore. So, this is all part of the process. And I hope this little tease of me coming in and saying hi doesn't have her at my doorstep tonight, standing against the glass, giving me the sad treatment. Because I really, really, really can't give in. I have to stay strong and let them go back to the wild. Happy OONSDAY, everyone.